Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello, this is Lesley Ormsby, psychic medium, teacher of spiritual and mystical things, and a healer as well, and so much more. So I just first of all want to say thank you and welcome to my YouTube channel and on my Facebook page if you're watching this on either platform. I also want to say thank you for subscribing and or liking my subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you do like and or this resonates with you, what the work that I do, please take a moment to subscribe now if you like, or later on. While I remember, I'm going to mention it. And also, if it resonates, give me a thumbs up and or leave a comment. That would be really awesome. And on either platform. So, like I say, this read is for the sign of Taurus, May 2020. So, and also just want to add in a happy birthday to you Taurians out there. And I just want to also remind you that these reads are general reads. So if it resonates, please, please, that's wonderful. So, and if it doesn't all resonate, just take what does and leave what doesn't. So the other thing is check out one of the other signs that you may be under. So for instance, this read is for Taurus and maybe under your sun, moon, rising or Venus sign. So it'll be suitable for either one of those signs that you fall under. Okay, so all planets or energies that you fall under, however you look at it. So and I am available for reads at the moment. So please just contact me either in the my details are in the description box, either below on YouTube here and or just above on Facebook. Okay, so anyway, let's get going. So when I it's like this morning as I was prepping, it was actually 11, and I was discussing with Brett, okay, who am I going, where am I going with, starting with first, and of course it was Taurus, and I was actually going to do you last night, Taurus, but Gemini kept butting in all the time, the energy of Gemini, so you may have someone in Gemini, a Gemini energy around you, or 2 or 3 or something like that, that may be maybe butting in at times, or maybe coming over and maybe there may be something, and not necessarily a negative thing what I'm saying, butting in, but it may be somebody that you may be more taking notice of, in the sense that and it might be that you may be more taking notice of, because I'm just seeing like the energy of someone's face, like in your face, and to some degree, or somebody's, it's just that really you're taking notice of them. So I don't mean that in like a negative way, or in a way that's overbearing or something like that, although some of you then you may have somebody who is Gemini that is overbearing, or for some of you may be on the cusp of Gemini and going into this. So it may be you that's the other, that is either making yourself more known to somebody, or you are maybe getting in somebody's face. And like I say, I don't feel like it's like a really negative thing, but what it is, what I'm seeing is, and what the energy, what the spirit are talking about, what the Taurus energy is talking about is there's something that's been more like in your face and more that you're taking notice of, and that you're seeing either within yourself, and it's really like captivating you, but it's making you like look at things within yourself, but it's also letting you see another side of a person that you haven't seen before, or you just haven't like really super recognized, because you just haven't gone there. And so it's like there's like a more of a soul, you're connecting them with whoever it is or whoever they are on more of a deeper soul level, and vice versa with you, with this person, with these energies. And it's like, so, and because we're going into like level 3, so I'm in New Zealand and we're moving into level 3 today. So that's Monday the 27th of April 2020 that I'm doing this video for you, for you Taurus. So so there's in this whole time that we've been in lockdown for this last month, has been a very interesting journey for many of us. So I kind of feel that there's something like that's shifted within you in the way that you are with yourself as well. So anyway, just connecting, and when I connect in with the Taurus energy, so I ask for, I connect in with the astrological sign of Taurus, and I'm talking to the energy of Taurus in that sense, and bringing through messages. And that was the main message that I'm that the channeling that Taurus is channeling in now. So the other thing is, so there may be a theme, like of either mirroring or just, being, you noticing more on a deeper levels, about things that's coming through. Like maybe right now you might be going through this, but you probably see more of it and feel more of it coming through into May as well, right throughout May, for a lot of you. And it's just an incredible feeling that I got as I was tuning into that. So anyway, let me see. So I want to go. So this, okay. The Seven of Wands is the first card, because I was actually not going to use the tarot straight away, but that as I was shuffling, and by the way, I have shuffled these cards quite well before I've started the video. So okay. It seems like the overall theme here is like the Seven of Wands has come out, and the Seven of Wands is like the theme around it is stiff competition. So there's all these things, like you see the wands around you there, and you've got one stick, and it's like there's something you may be feeling like you need to like bat them away, or there's things maybe getting in your space, and you might need to move them away. So what I'm just getting from that is, because they're just wanting to stick with it, because I was wanting to look at these and then I can't, but so that may be something with me saying that may be something that you're wanting to look at but you can't, and that's where the stiff competition is coming up, because I feel like everybody, for some of you, everybody around you is looking, for to get into the space where you want to go to. So what I'm hearing is like, is looking outside of the square, which I feel like you already have been doing. So this month, it's like, coming up is you're going to see a lot of that. And what I feel like is, it's like, just keep going, keep moving forward. And because during this time, a lot of yous have been contemplating like with a business venture or a business thought, or a new job, what you might be wanting to do, like even like courses or something to upskill yourself, or just add on to a skill or an ability that you do have, and taking yourself to another realm. So another realm of another realm, or like a stepping up of the plate for yourself. This is like obviously this is about you. This is really personal for you. So there's a few things going on there for you, like on a personal, deeper level, like for you, but also with work as well. So it's all like interfold and blending into the same similar thing, but it starts here, and so you're going to just see this momentum going on in there. And so I do feel like you're going to be like, there's that feeling of like a disappointment in some people that who you thought, or but in the back of your mind you might have been thinking, those need to be aware of that person for some reason, but you may not have had the clue. So but it's like, gosh, I'm like, it's so exciting. There's a lot coming up. So it's like, just like, don't allow that to fluster you. Okay, they're using the word fluster you, to just keep moving with you and go back to you. Come back into your heart space, and just keep moving forward, because I feel like you have a plan. It's just like with all plans, it's like taking one step at a time, and knowing when to walk a bit faster, knowing when to just dawdle, and knowing when to run, and keeping your eyes and ears open, because there are opportunities out there, like, that you can tap into. So anyway, the thing, because you see these four cards fell out together. And I'm going to go there for the four of them. So there is, first of all, daydreams is the Seven of Cups. So I feel like, the Seven of Cups is, he's on there. And sometimes daydreams, are good. Good daydreams are good. And there's all these things out there, but in season of sleep, they're having a wee sleep on the bench there. The thing is with the daydreams though is like they are there, and I'm hearing like go for them. It's time to start making those daydreams more of a reality, but you've got to take action towards that. Okay, so it's like we can he's on the bench there having that daydream, or on the couch or whatever when we have it, or we're sitting on a bench out in the park, but those they're there. If that's what you're daydreaming about, and then if your dream, it's about going for it. If that's what you want, then you need to go for it. So, but it's needs to take action. So it's about not letting your mind get in the way and your emotions get in the way. Make sure that that stop you. Okay, so when everything is in sync, we come back to the heart space basically as well. And there's that. I did a meditation yesterday, if you go onto my my Facebook page, there is a meditation that I did on there yesterday to do with soul connection, courage and confidence. I think that was in there as well. But there's something in there that may be helpful for you as well. But just getting into that heart space and just making sure that you're not letting your mind. The mind that tells you you can't, you shouldn't, and what ifs and all that. So they're talking about like getting out of your own space as well. So then we have like the hermit. Okay, so that's in that group. And the hermit is, hermits, if you think about the word hermit, they tend to, either slow right down or, put themselves away, lock themselves away. But it's, there's the theme with the hermit in the cards though is, about patience and maturity and prudence. Okay, the key words that with the theme and with the hermit. And I love these cards because it's they're really, well, for me anyway, I like them. So the hermit, but it's like I do feel like the hermit in you is coming out, okay, or needs to come out. Okay, so the month of May, there's a lot of beautiful energy coming through, and it's like you're coming out and you've been patient, okay? You have been patient with these daydreams and these dreams that you've had coming through, and some of them I feel like for some of you have been on the back burner for quite some time. Some of you it's been years, some of you it's been months, and some of you it's just been just a couple of years, but it's just the timing and the timing, and it's like you already knew that you just have to wait that little bit longer and something you're going to get close. And but because there's been a lot of procrastination, and some of it I feel the procrastination was like we see it as procrastination, and not always is it procrastination, but I feel like we've kind of overused that word and overused that feeling, because sometimes even though there is that feeling, I should be doing that, or I could be doing that, I feel like, and I know for myself, sometimes Spirit are just reminding me that there is this thought, and just to be ready for it and keeping that in mind. So there may be things where the procrastination comes from, and that is there may be things that in the meantime you could be doing, so when this time comes, you're almost ready, just like flick your fingers and you're ready to hit the floor running or hit the ground running, or you're nearly there. You've got most of what you need to know, or the tools or the plan or whatever it is in place. So it's like, but you're just waiting for the rest of it too, the rest of the clues, the rest of the the loaf of bread to come to be there, basically, because it is like sometimes like the breadcrumbs, you're being fed these breadcrumbs, and it's like you're following the trail, and then next minute you're there and the prize is there. So, or the prize, or the beginning of the next part of this journey is there. Okay, cool. So the hermit, so it is time to come out, and utilize this energy, because the energy is really interesting at the moment. But there's some of yous I feel like will be through this month of May are really wanting to run, but you may be needing to just listen to your instincts and don't, for goodness sakes, do not. Try not to go there. You probably will beat yourself up about it and go into that procrastination side of feeling and thinking, and in that sort of mindset. Yep, you may be, on saying that, but it's like, don't beat yourself up about it. Find a way to pull yourself back, and remember what I was saying before about spirit. It's just a clue, just to keep you. It's just to keep that in mind. That something, it's nearly ready to go. So what is it? Like I say, they're just reiterating it again. It's like they're just, making sure that you hear this. Is there are other things in the background that you could be preparing to do, and it could be things like actually for that project, like your business plan, making some phone calls or some contacts, and or just setting your goals up and some steps about what you need to do next, or what could be, but being flexible though and versatile within those steps, especially with time frames. And that sort of thing. So, but it's getting it out, getting at these ideas and thoughts in your head as well, and writing them down on a piece of paper, or in a journal. Get a little notebook. People are probably getting, sick of me getting a notebook, but I've got notebooks everywhere for this, and that. But I do have one main notebook that I pretty much carry with me all the time. Otherwise, I have bits of paper, because sometimes it just comes and it's just like, then I lose it and it's like, dang. So what they're saying is just like keep going with that, okay? So don't stop, because here's the Page of Swords, and the pages, they have this energy about them, and they're of movement, no matter which page it is, whether it's the Page of Swords, Cups, Pentacles, or Wands. There's movement in there. So, and with the Page of Swords coming, and there's new beginnings in mental activity. So I do feel like with this month of May, you're going to see some signs, and what you have been feeling, and working through over these last few years, months, weeks, and that. It's like the penny will drop, and it's like, damn, and it's such a good feeling when that does happen. So there's something, and it'll feel like that will allow you to be able to go move that little bit more, okay, and that little bit quicker, or that little bit to the side, or whatever it is, where there is information where you need to go, and gather, so you can move forward into your business. Financially, it could be that you're buying a property, and you may have been thinking, oh God, how that's going to look, how is that going to look, so it's just keeping your vibe and your energy up, and so you keep moving forward, because obviously things in this world, there's going to be a walking patience process, but it's good, because rather than rushing into things or everything too quickly, for a lot of us, is just like, really like listening to our heart space and feeling into it, so we get to our destination, or a destination, a part of a project. We start to see things a lot more clearly. Therefore, we're making decisions that serve us better and for our highest good. And we're not making flippant decisions as well, and choices. So, because here's the, with this Page of Swords, with this new, this new beginning and being and thinking, we have the Queen of Wands that's come up. And there's and she has this theme around generosity and strength. And I feel like this is you, and I feel like you're in your power, with this movement and action that you have been working towards. And I feel like you're starting to see, so coming back with the stiff competition, sometimes the competition is ourselves. So it's like getting out of your own way, which is what some of this middle part of the message is about. So the Queen of Wands, it's like you're getting there with your movement, and you're knowing more about what it is, when you're taking action, and that of where you're wanting to go. So like I say, she's about generosity and strength. and she's sitting in her power. And see, like, she's got this beautiful sunflower. Now, the sunflower, when you think about the sunflower, is connected to the solar plexus, but also when I see the sunflower, the sun moves as the sun moves, and look, it's right up, looking right up. Its head is right up, so the sun is shining. The sun is up, and there's lots of light in there. And the energy is there, and it's really, yeah, it's a beautiful, healthy sunflower. So, but I'm just hearing, it's like there's something is coming around, and you come around, and you're sitting in that space. You'll be sitting in that space in your own power, in your own knowing. So it's because you've had that strength and that, but also, and I feel like the generosity is more so not just with others, but with yourself as well. So, because the wands is typically about, is obviously about your energy. So this is like you've conserved your energy as well. But also, your passion and what motivates you as well. It's looking into all those sorts of things. And you're more on, figuring out a part of your life purpose. So I feel like with that movement that you've been doing, it's like there's a new phase that's coming up in June, should you choose to take that mission and go that way. Cool. So yeah, the Queen of Wands, what a lovely card. Amazing strength card to almost finish on. I was finish on with that. So the next card is the Eight of Pentacles, which fell out as well. So there's something about learning new skills that's coming there, and I want to put that down. And so I think that one pretty much speaks for itself, because we've kind of covered that with there in the earlier parts. And then the Eight of Swords fell out too. So, and it goes into this middle part here. So they're just wanting to where they're going, because the Eight of Swords is about difficulties in becoming free from restraint. So some of you may find yourselves going into that space, which is interesting because that's come with the second with this middle lot of cards actually after that. So it's like so there may be something that's coming in that for you about learning new skills, and what I'm hearing is like really look at it, because it could take you somewhere else where you within either your work or your personal development or whatever it is, or some other sort of movement within, like I keep hearing something about property and that sort of thing, and something where you're purchasing a business, or there's something else going on. I can't quite put my finger on it, but because there's so many things, opportunities out there, and I think that's what it is. So it's not, so something must come up where you are feeling to help you to build on your skills, to take you to another level of where you're going. So like for me, they're just using me as an example. I'm doing a course that's starting like soon, tomorrow actually, in Māori traditional, Māori traditional arts and Indigenous arts, a certificate in that, and so it's something that is going to add on to what I already kind of do, but it's gonna give me another another skill and another ability and another a lot of knowledge within for me, and it's also going to flow into my business, because I can already see where that is going. I can see more clearly where that is going now for me. So there may be something like that within you with your business, or with you, it's not just business but personal growth as well. Okay, that's coming up for next month, and some of you may already have that in plan, so as well in the background. So yeah, okay, so I'm just wanting to draw a card here out of the energy oracle cards. So this crikey, that one's going to come out. So woman holding a coin. So I feel like for some of you, you may be the woman that's holding the coin, for some of you, there may be a woman that's holding the coin or a coin, to move forward. So it's number 42 in the deck. So this woman, this female energy, or feminine energy who does hold the coin, is and I feel like it does hold the coin and will be holding the coin, okay? So it's like, because there's going back to this dreams here, and it's like you may not feel like you are holding any coin at the moment, or the things might be a little bit really juggly, so it's finding that balance, and which is very understandable right now in the time that we find ourselves in. So it's like, yeah, so 4, like I say, is about security and direction. So it's like, yeah, because I'm hearing like northeast, southwest for some of you, whether there is movement in that way, or whether you are sending your work in that way, where, you know, it could be like exporting, importing, and that sort of thing. Where's the work going to? Where's the work coming from? It could be that, you know, or whatever. It could be like solid and security as in, you know, in the foundation of, you know, being firm in oneself and create what it is that you are creating. So it comes back to almost like that intention and grounding. Basically, foundation for me is grounding, those ground roots, okay? Because when we're feeling that we're grounded and we've got, because there's that sense of building security, which is a little bit shaky at the moment. So ground yourself, like, you know, that mentally and emotionally, that energetically ground yourself. So you're here, so you're here in your body, and you're not out there all helter-skelter like, and all flustered and that sort of thing. So you could, that way, when we're in our body, we can think a lot clearer, and everything is like in our we can make sense of everything. When we throw ourselves out there, it's like everything's all over the place. So come back in, ground yourself, you know, and, you know, take notice of being, you know, being consciously aware of you and what is going on around. When we're in here, we can, you know, we're much more able to discern better. Then when we're out there. Out there we can see things, but we've got to remember to come back as well. And number 2 is around relationships. So when I'm talking about relationships there, it's like, you know, it's building relationships and finding a solid security and grounding within relationships as well, whether it's got to do with the finances, you know, like I say before, business, family even, because family, you know, there's a lot of people out there that have been that are going to family or own family businesses. So if there's something to do with joint ventures, eventually it's like I feel like you can see how you can join up with somebody in the family and create a business and an empire, or just, you know, or start, you know, buying a property together, and that sort of thing to help each other out. And there's such a big picture there. So whatever it is for you, yeah, it's just amazing. So go for it. Keep your smiley face on and breathe. Most important to keep breathing all the time. Okay. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope that resonates with you. Like I say, if it does, give me, you know, leave me, you know, a comment, and you know, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Okay, awesome. Lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure. Stay safe and take care, and God bless you.